come down. You should see her swim. She's like a mermaid.
Talking about the ones with the big tails.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
But this young lady, she says, how would I go about becoming an aquanaut? Seriously.
You know, it's funny because we all came from very different backgrounds for Mission 31. Mission 31 was very unique because it was the biggest privately funded endeavor at Aquarius, from what I know. I know a lot of the other expeditions there were scientifically based or government based, or NASA and the Navy and all that. So we were a bit unique, and we were, in a sense, a panoplie in French, a kind of a rainbow of backgrounds. A couple of marine biologists, scientists, a robotics engineer, an explorer, and 2 technicians. You know, it's hard to say how to become an aquanaut. First of all, you have to have a reason for becoming an aquanaut, right? So whether it's filmmaking or whether you need to be down there for science or what have you. And then you have to be physically fit because it is extraordinarily strenuous for long periods of time. Mentally, you have to be prepared. If you're claustrophobic, it ain't for you. And you have to have a sense of curiosity and a drive. I think anybody with those things can become one. You don't necessarily have to be a marine biologist, but it helps.
And not mind going to the bathroom with a shower curtain separated you.
Well, if you had any shyness, you could throw that one right out the door.
Well, I don't think this young lady is shy. This one's from a teacher, Jenna Cummings, who heads up Canterbury's award-winning marine science program. She asked,
did I meet you earlier tonight?
I'm sure. Jen is all over this. She's a bomb. She wonders if you have any advice for teachers to reach kids to not only stare out of the window, but to use the scientific method to document observations.
I can only talk about why I was such a bad student, what made me pay attention, and that's experiential learning. Learning is obviously extraordinarily important, but hats off to you educators out there to try and reach out to a younger demographic now that really has been so overstimulated. It's really difficult to keep their attention, and I think maybe the more virtual learning, experiential learning, out in the field learning that you can throw at them, and by using their language, their tools that they're used to in their everyday lives, maybe the more they can learn. There's a fantastic platform called Serego that we used for Mission 31, and Serego is a neuroscience-based virtual learning platform. It's used by Stanford, Harvard, I believe MIT maybe also, and a bunch of other entities, including corporations and such. And we used it because for someone like me, which has a brain that's wired slightly differently than someone who's good in school, it learns from the way I learn. So it learns my weak points, my strong points, it reinforces my weak points, and it's very interactive and very, it learns from you, so therefore it's continually organically molding itself. And I would recommend using a platform like that to teach some of your courses that may be more difficult, more analytical.
A lot of good questions here. Unfortunately, most of them are in French.
You have to go drink soon, right?
I know. We'll just take a couple more. This one's from Terry something here, and it says that I read in the newspaper that you were thinking about opening up the Fabien Cousteau Ocean Learning Center in South Florida, perhaps in Miami or Fort Lauderdale. Nice places to visit, but second-tier cities. What would it take to bring the Fabien Cousteau Ocean Learning Center to a top-tier city like St. Petersburg?
You've got half the answer right there. The enthusiasm here is amazing. And, you know, it really is about nuts and bolts at the end of the day. It's about support. It's about making sure that when we embark on that kind of endeavor, that financially it's supported, that physically it's supported, and that we can do the work that's necessary for the outreach in a way that's efficient and that will last for a long, long time, meaning years, if not decades. Last thing I want to do is create another center where we're continually looking for those kinds of things. So it really is about finding that right match, just like a perfect marriage.
Well, we have NOAA here, and the FWC, and the Florida Institute.
Yeah.
Well, we have all sorts.
I'm in. I mean, I'm curious.
So
for sure.
You just need some support?
Yes.
Let's hear it for support. Well, there's a lot of questions here. You can answer these on your own because I know that the folks want to get home, and I'm told that we got to cut this thing and keep it short so you can go.
Well, we had a hard stop at 9, right? So we are kind of limited on time.
Yes, yes.
There are parties to go to and people to mingle with.
Homework to do. I have to get home and put my kids to bed, so I'm not a jet setter like you. One more question. I noticed in a lot of your grandfather's documentaries that those guys are always running around in Speedos. Do you have a Speedo? Do you wear that in your Aquarius?
Did you also notice that they were all in really good shape? I'm now 47 years old, and I haven't been to the gym in a while, so I will keep the Speedo in the closet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming, St. Petersburg. Hope you come back.